Hello, welcome to Ellie's Place again. I have been having people sending me stuff about Andrew Scheer, and I got sent something yesterday that kind of disturbed me quite a bit, actually. I guess if a PC voter were to read it, they would go, nothing wrong there, but I see a lot wrong, and I want to kind of go over it with you. This is part of their platform. It's the 142 refugee determination. Okay, so the Conservative Party is proud of Canada's humanitarian tradition of providing safe haven to those who have had to flee from their homeland, which is usually the States, because that's where they're coming over the border. And we welcome refugees to Canada. Okay, that sounds warm and squishy. We believe the government should promote integrity and fairness of our refugees determination system and should ensure that the decisions are made expeditiously and with respect for due process and the safety of Canadians. Okay. That's kind of a contradiction, okay? Oops, sorry. The expeditious process is giving them citizenships when they can't even speak fucking English, okay? And they have not been vetted. And they could be criminals, they could be terrorists, they could be anybody. So how is that safe for Canadians? Think about it. It's a total contradiction, okay? And I don't know, I see it as pretty fucked up. We believe that the current appeals process is flawed and moves too slowly. My writing's horrible. So, you know, if they're thinking it's moving too slowly now, then maybe they have no idea what fast is, okay? Because basically Trudeau's whipping them through by the millions, and he's giving them all total fucking citizenships when they can't even speak English. Faith Goldie made note of that already. And okay, so these are the points that they're using. One is streamlining the process of validating refugee claims. Okay, so yeah, terrorist, rapist, child molester, terrorist. That's what they're talking about doing, okay? Number two, where the Immigration and Refugee Board finds claimants do not qualify as genuine refugees. Genuine, those are the ones coming over from the States, you know, with the LA hats on and stuff. Ensuring that they are escorted from Canada in a timely manner and provided info that they need to reapply for immigration from abroad. Okay. So they're not good enough to get in as refugees. Yet they're giving them access to come in legally. So you can't come in, but if you do this, you can come in. Am I missing something? Okay, number three. Giving greater priority to refugees identified pursuant to United Nations Convention relating to the status of refugees. Okay, the convention is the Migrant Compact. And have you read the Migrant Compact? Then maybe you should. I will put the link below with the link for this and the link for the other thing that I'm going to talk about after this. 4. Implementing a fully merit-based process for Immigration and Refugee Board appointment. So, we're going to put in our own people, and they'll do what we say. Basically, that's what I'm reading there, okay? And, you know, we're not going to use Trudeau's people. We're going to use our own people. Well, is that supposed to make me feel better? It doesn't. Okay, 5. Developing a refugee appeals process that is fair and timely. Okay. Okay, so a refugee comes in and doesn't qualify for whatever reason and puts in an appeal. They get to walk around in our society while this appeal goes on, okay? How is that safe? It's not like they're held in refugee centers. We don't have any refugee centers, okay? Those are all fucking gapes and shit that are sitting down in Cornwall, all disassembled and sitting there that we're fucking paying for with our tax dollars. There's no refugee centers, and I don't know what the fuck. You know, maybe in the past they were votable for some people, but I don't see how anyone could vote for them with their current. Really. I don't know. I'm lost for words here. Okay, another issue is Scheers' Quebec tax proposal shows nothing but desperation for votes. So basically, he's fucking the rest of Canada and giving Quebec all the perks, okay? I have a problem with that. Not because I don't like Quebec, but because I have a problem with that. All provinces should be treated equally. And I don't mean Ontario should be treated better than anyone else either. All provinces should be treated equally. And if you look at it, the West, Alberta and BC, have pulled the weight for Canada because they have the highest amounts of resources. So all their money from their resources comes here and goes to Quebec and Ontario. And basically the other provinces are left in the cold, okay? I have a problem with that. Don Cherry made note of that, 3 decades ago. And he said the West is getting raped while the rest of Canada, or Ontario and Quebec, enjoy the perks from it. And I didn't really understand at the time what he was talking about, but after living in BC and living in Ontario, I can see exactly what he's saying. So I'm putting the link for Scheer, this whole Quebec tax proposal thing down below. It was too long for me to sit here and explain to you, so I think the best thing you can do is read it. Scheer's a globalist. He wants to sit there and call Bernier this and that. They've got their little trolls and stuff going around trying to spread shit about Bernier being a globalist. Bernier wants to cancel out the UN. He wants to stop foreign aid. He wants to stop the migrant compact. He wants to kind of tell the UN, don't call us, we'll call you, kind of thing. And they're calling him a globalist. Okay, that's not what a globalist does. He's also getting rid of lobbyists and globalists out of our government, okay? The only other person I've ever known to do that was Trump, okay? And as much as you might hate Trump, he did get rid of the lobbyists from their government. And anyone in government cannot lobby for 5 years, okay? So, I don't know. I find lobbyists to be the detriment of government because they make the laws and the rules, the government doesn't, okay? It's all done by money. These fucking lobbyists bring millions or billions of dollars checks to give to people to get their agendas done, okay? And I'm talking big major corporations. I mean, they make Walmart look small, okay? Apple and all of them, or some of them. But if you realize it's like 5 corporations run this fucking planet, okay? And most other corporations belong to them. They're just, like the numbered company, right? Much like Alphabet is with Google. And then Google owns YouTube and all these other fucking programs. Gmail and all that kind of shit. So it's all mega corporations. And they send their lobbyists in, and the lobbyists get whatever they want, okay? They pay for it. So, but, Scheer is, and I've always called him a rhino liberal. He is. He has not defended us against C-75. He barely made notice of C-76. I think the only one who did was Michelle Rempel, and she did 1 or 2 quick videos about it. Nothing was mentioned about C-46. They have not mentioned reappealing any of the bills or motions that Bernier has, okay? Bernier's made the motions to repeal and cancel M103, to repeal C-16, to repeal, this and that. I can't remember them all in my head right now, but at least he's wants to do things that are pro-Canada, and I don't see the PCs doing anything pro-Canada. They're pro-UN. They just admitted it here. They're pro-UN, okay? So if you're voting for a party that's pro-UN, you're voting for globalists. I've been telling people that, and they just don't want to believe me because they're either always voting NDP, or they're always voting Liberal, or they're always voting PC. Those parties are all globalist, okay? The only one who's pro-Canada is Bernier. And if you watch his rallies and you watch his speeches and his interviews, you will see he is very pro-Canada. And for that reason, I think that's why he's snowballing. He's getting a lot of people who are joining the PPC now, because they see their hand in front of their face now. Okay, they couldn't before because it was all marred by false promises and bullshit, like what Trudeau did to get in. And he didn't keep any one of his fucking promises except legalizing pot. But he should have just decriminalized it if he gave a fuck about Canada. Not legalize it. All that does is make the government the dealer. Well, the government is in cahoots with Monsanto, who has almost 10 strains of fucking marijuana. So basically all the shit you're going to be buying from those fucking pot stores, it's all GMO, okay? When will people learn? So basically, look, Scheer and his party are pocket globalist liberals. And if it's fine if you don't want to admit that, if you're a PC voter and you're firm in your beliefs, you vote who you want. I would never tell you who to vote. PPC. Like, I support a certain party, but I would never tell you to vote. PPC. I don't know, but the main thing is that we have to really look at the platforms. And I think if you took every party's platform and didn't have a name on it and were to show it to people, they would all be picking Bernier's platform, okay? You could take the NDP, the Liberal, the PC, the Green Party platforms, all of them, even that Canadian National Alliance guy's platform. You take all those platforms with no name on them, just number them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Bernier's last. Everyone will pick Bernier's, okay? He has the best platform, and he intends to carry it forth. I don't know how he didn't win the PC leadership. Like I said, that was a favoritism thing. And Scheer, he's a douchebag. Really, he is. The more and more I look at him and the more I find out about him, he's a total douchebag. And I have no faith in douchebags. I don't like douchebags. Never have. So basically, folks, this is just some more proof of Scheer being a total globalist. And anyone who votes for him, like I said, is voting for globalism. So you can't complain later and say, well, fucking this and that. He wants to bring in 350,000 refugees, okay? Islamic refugees. Not like Bernier. Bernier wants immigrants, but he wants them from everywhere. And Scheer and what's his face, Singh and Trudeau, they're all globalists. They're all bringing in Islamics, okay? And that's kind of a dangerous thing right now because we have too many of them here. And I was watching a speech from a friend in Britain. Her name's Cal. She's one of my subscribers. She's actually from Canada, but she went to Britain to do an appearance there. And wow, what an appearance. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that link below too. It's for the English Defense League in Britain. Wow, what an impassionate speech. And she really does know Islam well. A lot better than me. What a passionate speech. And true. Everything she said was damn true, okay? If you get a chance, listen to this speech that she made. She runs her own radio show on here in Canada. I'll leave the link for that as well. But the passion that came out of her, and it was nice to see what she looked like to begin with. And I guess I always had pictured her a certain way, and then to see her in person, it was awesome. But what she was saying was so dead on, bang accurate. And if you listen to that speech, you will see exactly that she's right. Okay, and everyone there was agreeing with her. You know, there was no one saying no that I heard. And the same thing's going to be happening here very soon. So really, maybe you should look at that. Because if you don't vote PPC, then basically you're going to be running into the same problems that the UK ran into. And listen to her, because she knows what she's talking about, okay? Her name's Kel Fritzy. And she's been on with me a long time, since I was back down near 100 plus subscribers or whatever. And she's been with my channel a long time, and we've had our differences along the way, but one thing we always agree on is this Islamic bullshit that's being forced on us, okay? And I think in that regard, we both have the same ideology about that ideology. And wow, like I said, when I watched this speech, I was so proud of her. I was so proud that she was representing Canada, and she was, telling them, get off your asses, fight, go to take the streets, like, don't let this happen. And she's trying to tell people here the same damn thing. I wish she would do a speech like that here. I'd love to get her on live stream sometime, I tell you truthfully, because she has really the knowledge to educate people, and in a mature way. She's not like me. She's getting off in rants and stuff. She really has her delivery down pat, and she knows what she's talking about when it comes to Islam and the Mohammedans and all these douchebags like people talking about moderates and stuff, but there are no moderates. They all read from the same effing book, okay? And so anyway, but I'm going to put the link down below. Please watch that video. And Kel, if you ever want to do a live stream, hey darling, I'm happy to do one with you, because I think we could really teach some people some stuff about Islam. And that's not just putting them down. I mean, that's educating Canadians on what they're about to face if they don't smarten the fuck up, right? So anyway, I'm going to end this now. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank my new subscribers that have joined, and I'd like to thank my viewers. You guys all make my channel worth doing. I have a great time doing this channel, and I know I get a thank for all the work I do, but it doesn't feel as much like work when I get that kind of appreciation, and it really makes me feel good at my heart. So I hope you all have an awesome day, and we'll chat soon. Bye.